The Golden Key by Emmet Fox. Forward. I have condensed this message into 5 pages. Had it been possible, I would have condensed it into 5 lines. It's not intended to be an instructional treatise, but rather a guide for getting out of trouble. Study and research are well in their own time and place, but no amount of either will get you out of a difficulty. Nothing but practical work in your own consciousness will do that. The mistake made by many people when things go wrong is to skim through book after book without getting anywhere. Read the Golden Key several times, do exactly what it says, and if you are persistent, you will overcome any difficulty. Scientific prayer will enable you to get yourself or anyone else out of any difficulty. It is the golden key to harmony and happiness. For those who have no acquaintance with the mightiest power in existence, this may appear to be a rash claim. But it needs only a fair trial to prove that, without a shadow of a doubt, it is a just one. You need to take no one's word for it, and you should not. Simply try it for yourself. God is omnipotent. We are God's image and likeness. We have dominion over all things. This is the inspired teaching, and it is intended to be taken at its face value. The ability to draw on this power is not some special privilege of the mystic or saint, as is often supposed, or even the highly trained practitioner. Everyone has this ability. Whoever you are, wherever you may be, the golden key to harmony is in your hands now. This is because in the scientific prayer, it is God who does the work, not you. And so your particular limitations or weaknesses are of no account in the process. You are only the channel through which the divine actions take place, and your treatment will be just getting yourself out of the way. Beginners often get started on the results the very first time, for all that is essential is to have an open mind and sufficient faith to try the experiment. Apart from that, you may hold any views on religion, or none at all. As for the actual method of working, like all fundamental things, it's simplicity itself. All you have to do is this. Stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about God instead. This is the complete rule. And if only you will do this, the trouble, whatever it is, will disappear. It makes no difference what kind of trouble it is. It may be a big thing or a little thing. It may concern health, finance, a lawsuit, a quarrel, an accident, or anything else conceivable. Whatever it is, stop thinking about it and think of God instead. That's all you have to do. It could not be simpler, could it? God could scarcely have made it simpler, and yet it never fails to work when given a fair trial. Do not try to form a picture of God, which is impossible. Work by rehearsing anything and everything you know about God. God is wisdom, truth, inconceivable love. God is present everywhere, has infinite power, knows everything, and so on. It matters not how well you may think you understand these things. Go over them repeatedly. But you must stop thinking of the trouble, whatever it is. The rule is to think about God. If you are thinking about the difficulty, you are not thinking about God. To be continuously glancing over your shoulder in order to see how matters are progressing is fatal, because it is thinking about the trouble, and you must think of God and nothing else. Your objective is to drive the thought of the difficulty out of your consciousness, for a few minutes at least, substituting it for the thought of God. This is the crux of the whole thing. If you can become so absorbed in this consideration of the spiritual world that you forget, for a while, about the difficulty, you will find that you are safely and comfortably out of your difficulty and that your demonstration is made. If you are thinking about your difficulty, you are not thinking about God. In order to golden key a troublesome person or a difficult situation, think, now I'm going to golden key John or Mary or that threat and danger. Then proceed to drive all thoughts of John or Mary or that danger out of your mind, replacing it with the thought of God. By working in this way about a person, you are not seeking to influence his or her conduct in any way, except that you prevent him from injuring or annoying you, and you do him nothing but good. Thereafter, he is certain to be in some degree better, wiser, and more spiritual person because you have golden keyed him. A pending lawsuit or difficulty could probably fade out harmlessly without coming to a crisis, just as being done to all parties concerned. If you find that you can do this quickly, you may repeat the operation several times a day with intervals in between. Be sure, however, each time you've done it, you drop all thoughts of the matter until the next time. This is very important. We have said that the golden key is simple, and so it is, but of course, it's not always easy to turn. If you are frightened or worried, at first it may be difficult to get your thoughts away from the material things, but by constantly repeating the statements of absolute truth, such as, there is no power but God, I'm a child of God, filled and surrounded by the perfect peace of God, God is love, God is guiding me now, or perhaps the best and simplest of all, God is with me. However mechanical or trite it may seem, you will soon find that your mind is clearing. Do not struggle violently. Be quiet but consistent. Each time you find your attention wandering, switch it back to God. Do not try and think in advance what the solution to your difficulty will be. This is called outlining and will only delay the demonstration. Leave the questions of the ways and means to God. You want to get out of your difficulty, and that is sufficient. You do your half, and God will never fail to do that of God's. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. This is a brand new YouTube channel, so the more you like our stuff, the more support we're going to get. Now, I'm not sure exactly how that works, the algorithm, the science, whatever. I'm not sure anybody really does. But I do know that if you subscribe, then whenever we produce new content, you'll be one of the first to know about that new content. All right. Thank you so much. Much love. And until next time, let's get inspired.